Welcome to Up All Night DIY. I'm Monica. Thanks for joining me. Today we're getting nostalgic with some mid-century inspired Christmas decorations. Let's get into it. First project is a milkshake ornament. I have a styrofoam cone here, and I've cut the top of the styrofoam cone off so that I have a disc, which will be the base of our shake glass. I've also cut a styrofoam ball in half. This will be the ice cream part of our shake. I'm using some hold-to-foam glue and toothpicks to assemble the pieces. I push a toothpick into the center of the cone. I'm going to add some glue around it. This glue is especially designed for styrofoam and it works really well. So here I'm attaching that disc to the base of the cone, but I wind up taking that off until later. I do attach the top with some glue and a toothpick. My sweet friend Indiana Jones turned me on to foam clay. She does fantastic things with it, so that's what I'm using to cover the styrofoam. I'm flattening a bit of it between some wax paper with my brayer. And as you can see, I take the base off the cone so that I could wrap the clay around the cone. I'm only wrapping the cone section, not that top part. Once I get it wrapped, I'll pull off any excess clay. And now I just squeeze it and rub it between my hands to kind of smooth out that clay. This has a very marshmallowy texture. It's very malleable and easy to work with. To cover that disc that's going to be the base of our glass, I rolled a ball of clay, pressed it flat with my fingers, and wrapped it onto the base. I just kept working it into shape until I was happy with it. I just rolled it on the table to smooth out the sides. And like I said, this clay is really easy to work with and very forgiving. When I'm happy with it, I reattach it to the cone. The clay sticks to itself, so no glue is necessary. And now I'll set it aside to dry overnight. There was no need to base coat it because it's a bright white even after it's dry, so I just add some shading around the rim of the glass with Ceram Coat Tropic Bay. You know how those old malted milkshake glasses have that bluish tinge to the glass? That's what I'm trying to mimic here. And I add some to the bottom and around the base too. I'm also going to add some lines to represent the sections of the glass. For the whipped cream, I filled a pastry bag with modeling paste, which is a similar texture to spackle, which of course you could use too. I'll squeeze it on in a lovely wee swirl. I'm starting along the sides and I'll work my way up to the top. I know I've mentioned this before, I prefer to use modeling paste because it's bright white, so I don't have to mix paint in with it, and I seem to have trouble getting a consistency when I add paint to spackle, so this just works easier for me. It is more expensive though. That's the downside of it. And I will tell you that after I finish this, not once, but twice, I knocked this over. So I had to smooth out the sides of the whipped cream to fix it. But it's not so bad. So I have these wee plastic peppermint sticks that I'm going to push into the whipped cream to look like straws. And I'll top that with a faux sugared candy. These are all little elements meant for like a mini tree. I picked these up again years ago at AC Moore. I really miss AC Moore. To make the hanger, I wrapped a piece of paddle wire around a skewer making a loop, and I'm going to push that just below the straws. I'm just going to push it in right there, and then I can either add a hook or a piece of string when I hang it on my tray. For a finishing touch, I'll add some red and green glass seed beads as jimmies. You could sprinkle them on, but they tend to bounce all over, so I'm using tweezers, and I give it a shake of Glamor dust too. So sparkly. Love it. I hope you like it too. DIY number 2, Figgy Pudding. This one is really cute and very easy. So I'm going to flatten the bottom of a styrofoam bowl just by tapping it on the table. I just want it flat enough so it won't roll around. So again, you could use spackle for this. I didn't have any on hand, but I did have some Jo Sonja texture paste, which is a slightly thinner consistency than the spackle. I'm going to mix in some Americana dark plum to tint my paste. This will be a lighter color than my final color, but I like to do this so if any of it peeks through after it's painted, it's not just that muddy gray color of the paste. You know what I mean? To make it easier to handle, I pushed the ball onto a skewer. And now I'm just going to apply the paste with a craft stick, and then I'll come in with a paintbrush and just kind of smooth it out a bit. I'll cover the entire ball with the paste except the very bottom. This actually dried pretty quickly. I want to say in about a half an hour or so. Once it was dry, I gave it 2 good coats of the Americana dark plum. This is such a deep, rich, brownish purple. It's really pretty. And then once it's painted, I'm going to set it aside until it's good and dry. To make the sauce for the figgy pudding, I just roll another bowl of foam clay, flatten it, and shape it with my fingers. Then I just set it on the top of the bowl, pressing it into place. How easy is that? To embellish it, traditionally, it would have a holly leaf on top. So, I'm gluing on some holly berries. These are those Dollar Tree bowl fillers. And I have a couple of wee random leaves that I'll also add. I add some glue to the bottom of a foil cupcake liner, and I'll pop the figgy pudding right into it. Once again, I used paddle wire to make a hanger, and I'm just going to push it right into the top of the figgy pudding. How cute is that? So easy, right? Of course, you could add glitter or whatever you like. DIY number 3 is the Midcentury Christmas tree. So with my scroll saw, I cut a 16 by 11 triangle from plywood. And I also cut out these partial circles. I base coat the entire thing, both sides, with 2 coats of Tropic Bay. And I also cut a 4.5 by 3.5 inch stand for this, so I'm going to paint that as well. I'll twist these eye screws into the top of the circle cutouts. This wood is soft, so they twist in very easily. I'm painting 2 wood circles with ceramic coat watermelon. The small one is 1.75 inches and the other is 2.5 inches. So what I did was add 1 inch to each of these measurements to cut out the circles from the tree. These are going to hang inside those circles. And you could always just use regular ornaments too, instead of the discs. I'm going to shade around the edges with Tahiti blue to add some dimension. I'm also shading around the cutouts as well. And of course, I shade the stand as well. I'm using my liner brush and white to add an outline completely around the tree. and to the stand as well. So with my silhouette, I cut a bunch of vinyl atomic stars, which I'm going to add to the tree and little clusters. I've also added stars to the red circles, and I'm using paddle wire to hook them to the eye screws. I think I mentioned that this is double-sided, so I added stars to both the back and the front, and this way it's cute to look at from any direction. Now I'm just going to sit this on the base so that I can pack it away flat, but you could always glue it together if you wanted to. As always, I'll spray it with clear matte sealer. I'm digging the way this turned out. I think it's got a really authentic mid-century vibe to it. This is going to look great as a table centerpiece. Let me know what you think. I hope you liked today's projects. And if you're into that retro atomic 1950s mid-century Christmas kitsch too, I hope you found some inspiration. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. I upload each Friday, and I have a lot more fun Christmas projects ahead, so please be sure to check back. You'll find a list of my supplies in the description box below. Stay creative, my friends. Thanks for hanging with me. See you next time. Up all night with Monica.